And we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. RC Bash Boy here. Welcome. And we already have Green Frog RC. Says, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Kagan. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome. So let me do this again. Guess you go here. I'm going to go ahead and post the link on chat. And there it is. If you guys want to join the panel, all you got to do is just click on that link and you'll definitely be in here. We have AZ Froggies RC and more. Brett, good evening. Welcome, welcome. We have Dennis, Truck Crawlers RC. Good evening, welcome. Sean, hey, hey. Good evening, gentlemen. And RC84 Films, hey, my friend. If you want to join tonight, I actually posted the link on chat. All you got to do is just click on it, and you'll definitely be on here. And we already have my partner in crime, JMHRC. What's going on, my friend?
Evening. Good evening. How's it going? Good evening. How are we doing tonight?
There you go. Man, look, I don't even know when was the last time I actually hosted. But oh boy,
you remember how to control it?
Yeah, huh? And then also we have RC Dennis here.
What's going on,
guys? Good evening, my friend. What's cooking, gentlemen?
Going.
Just getting everything ready for the event tomorrow.
Awesome. Are you ready?
No. I'll give you a quick little shot of what I got going on here.
Sure. You want me to? Give me a second here. You want me to showcase you?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, if you want, I just can't flip my camera around.
That's fine. Wait, hold on. Give me a second here. Is it this?
Got a couple of cross rigs up here that I'm keeping. Some more down here. Got
sweet, man.
Couple G-Made Komodo, the original SCX-10, my Capra, got my comp rig, and then I've got two more cross trucks sitting over here. That's my wife's truck, and then my other cross truck. Then we picked up a bunch of other things for the raffle for donations today, and come home and I've got my 11 Charlie banner sitting here. I didn't even know it was here.
Hope everything goes well tomorrow.
Pretty much ready to go. What's that, John?
So I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
Well, it's supposed to be high 70s, low 80s with a little bit of overcast, so we should be all right.
Cool, man. Awesome.
Just hoping that my wife is going to be able to come and help because she's been hurting the last couple of days.
Yep. Good.
If not, I'll be sitting back at the canopy just taking donations and money for raffle, getting everybody out.
Awesome, awesome.
Hey, AZ Froggies, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Sean's RC, how's it going?
What's up, Sean?
And then we also have RC84 Films. Hey, my friend. Glad you made
What's
it.
Up, man?
Welcome. What's
yeah,
cooking?
yeah. The what?
What's cooking? What's new?
Not much, man. I hadn't really done any new videos. I hadn't been on the channel in probably over a month and a half. So
Oh man, tell me about it.
yeah, man, I do photography, and I got hired to do a or a wedding shoot, which is something I don't ever do, but I did it for RC Buddy. His son was getting married, and so I photographed the wedding, and I spent the last month editing the pictures, the video, crazy stuff. So, been too busy.
Busy, huh? I bet, man. And
Yeah,
also,
man.
even
Yeah.
myself, man. I've been super busy. So I hear you.
Yeah, between me and my assistant, we did right at 888 photos, not even counting video footage. So I had to go through all of those pictures and grab the ones that need to be edited and then do the film and stuff like that. Just crazy.
It's a long day. So, Chris, you've been driving that HC6 at all?
I drove it a few weeks ago back there in my backyard in the RC park there. I drove it a little bit.
Have you had any issues with that truck at all, or no?
The most issues I had with it is the leaf springs. The plastic nylon ones keep snapping on it.
I don't have mine done yet.
Yeah. Another issue I'm having is just the 2-speed just in disengaging sometimes, or won't engage right. So I just got to tighten up the screw on that part right there, probably.
Yeah. Are your endpoints set high enough where it could hold them in on the spring?
I think so. I mean, I have never done it yet.
Yeah, because you should be able to loosen that little collet that's on there and push or pull the shifting rod to put more tension on the spring, and then just set the endpoint a little bit higher.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do.
Yeah, I have to get paint on it, get it hydro dipped, and get the rest of the electronics in it.
Yeah, it's tricky for the electronics because there's not much room to really work with,
right?
Unless you want to use the bed part. But
no, just the only thing I'm going to use the bed for is the box for the battery.
Yeah. I wanted to put the sound system in there, so I had to put 2 battery boxes, one for the battery, one for the sound module, because I couldn't fit it underneath the hood. There's nowhere to put it at.
Yeah, they only give you that little spot for the speaker, and then you got to move everything toward the back.
Yeah. I've done the canvas tent there, but I just don't like that canvas tent because trying to get back there to plug up the battery or change the sound module, because some people don't like the sound, so I turn it off. It's the devil to turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tank RC actually hates that.
Yeah. Some of the guys I hang out with, they hate it. They're like, "Man, we want to talk and stuff, but you got this diesel sounding truck over here." I was like, "Sorry."
Sounds like Joe.
Do you have to run an extra battery pack on every sound kit, or just
No? No. That's up to your if that's up to your choice if you want to run a separate battery. But I just run it off of one large battery, and that's it.
So I was thinking about getting a sound kit, but
well, that's the nice thing about the Cross RC sound kit is it's all plug and play.
Yeah. I did the I think it's GT powered sound system. I think actually.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the Cross sound system plugs in right to the light control.
Yes, it does. But this one I have here, it's the soundboard and the lights all together.
Oh, okay, nice.
So that was nice. But the speaker's separate, so it's just the control module and the speaker.
Right.
Which the speaker it came with, it sucked. It had no bass to it whatsoever, so I had to put another speaker in there.
Yeah, their speakers are old
mono type speakers.
Yeah, they're the old school little handheld, transistor radio type speaker.
Yeah, they just sucked. So I took one of my other speakers from my sound system and put in there. Of course, it was a little bit longer, so I had to cut the side of the box there to fit the speaker into.
Yeah. Well, I've got a strange feeling that Tony from CCXRC won't be able to buy this truck, so I'm just going to finish it the way I wanted with the Vietnam BDU camo dip, and
Yeah.
I'm going to build a box in the back, like a holding rack for a bunch of bombs. I've got some cylinders that fit in there perfect.
Yeah.
So I'll get those all painted up, get that set up, and then just start, taking it to small little events and do little trail runs with it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the truck is for, is really trail runs. I mean, if you're trying to crawl rocks with it, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I know the truck's heavy to begin with. Yours is what, about 18, 19 pounds?
Yeah, it's about 17 pounds, I think. Yeah, somewhere around it. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, because I've got the PG4A and the PG4L, and those are both about 16 pounds.
Yeah.
It's just that 2-speed is so heavy.
It is. It's very heavy.
But
so, gentlemen,
I'm going to try and go live on Facebook tomorrow from the event. So if anybody's following me on my page, you guys should be able to get a notification on it.
Definitely. I don't know if you have access to chat. If you want to just put your anything on there, and I can actually pin your comment as well. You're going live and
I'm
stuff.
on my phone, and the only chat that I can do is. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Yeah, I can do the private chat.
No, I got you. Actually, let me see here. Because I know you did comment. Oh, here you are. Watch. So Trail Crawlers RC. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I actually just pinned his comment. So he's going live on Facebook. If you want to also check out his channel, feel free to do so as well. Like and subscribe. So there you go. I'll leave it pinned there for a bit, so everybody can see and stuff. And but yeah, so gentlemen, so today's topic, you got it. So today's topic is about kits. Okay. I just decided to bring out my kit. And just talk a little bit about it. So this is my Kyosho Turbo Optima. I built this about a year ago. This was actually sponsored by a well-known name, which was Denali Underground. He was really kind enough to actually sponsor this whole build, and it was a pleasure to putting this vehicle together. But then again, not all kits are the same. I know there's kits out there that are highly likable. There are kits out there that are highly dislikable. So, gentlemen, let's talk about just kits. What do you like about them? What do you hate about them? I'll start by saying this, okay? There are kits out there that they would highly have to revise, the words and the steps. What I'm going with this, there are kids out there that somehow they do miss steps. And this vehicle in particular, I don't know if I can actually showcase. Can I showcase myself? Yes, I can. So this kid in particular, I know Kyosho left out a thing or two. I don't remember what it was, but I guess it was just an assumption. You know what? This part actually goes here. And that actually frustrated the hell out of me, because as you're going right step by step, They left something out. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, some kids, they do really, really want to just, take your brains out and make you cringe, and so that is something that I highly dislike about, kits in general. So I mean, I don't know what you guys can say about that.
I just built that Raw Builders kit, the Axial Raw Builders kit for 11 Charlie, and if I donate another car, I'm just going to get them ready to run. It's going to have it. You have to upgrade all that stuff, and it's just I didn't like building it. I'd rather get it ready to run and upgrade parts.
Yeah, so you did the Raw Builders kit.
But what did you dislike about it?
I don't know. It's just parts look cheap on it, the shocks and all that stuff. So you're going to have to upgrade it anyways. You might as well be able to get it out and play on the box until it breaks and then upgrade the parts.
Yeah, what I like about the kit is that they give you the different size links, so you can do different wheelbase. That's one thing I liked about it, because I actually got it. Well, not for me.
Cool.
That was my dad's 60th birthday present.
You also get the upgraded links with it.
Yeah.
Which is instead of just the plain old metal links.
Yeah.
I mean, the shocks they're always going to be.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Garbage to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, they've
done it for most kits.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a few different things on the Raw Builders kit versus the previous SEX10s. I did like that. It's a little bit different.
Well, I've never done a kit, to be honest. So I guess really I can't say a whole lot. I'm a little impatient. When I decide I want an RC, I want it, and I want to go out and play with it right then and there. So I like buying ready to runs and modify them from that point.
Yeah, I got you on that. I mean, I like doing kits just because I can customize the vehicle to my specific liking. I can add my own electronics. Just I have the option to paint the body whatever color I want and do whatever. That's what I like about the kits.
They serve a good purpose, I think. I mean, obviously, they're popular. So
yeah. I mean,
everybody likes different things, right? So.
Yeah. All kits are different. Some will come with electronics, some will come with just motors, or you got to hunt down parts.
I mean, I really didn't like building that one, but I guess if you build one, then you won't have the anxiety of if you get it ready to run and something breaks and you have to take it apart and you don't know what the heck you're doing when you take it apart. You don't know what. The first time I took my XEX10 apart, I had each bolt in a little bag. Like, man, I'm not going to lose any of this stuff.
Yeah, but the good part about doing a kit build is that you get to learn how this vehicle operates, and you'll know what to do if something did break, how to change it out. You already know because you've done it already by putting the parts in. So that's one thing I like about kits.
Yeah, a lot of people struggle if they have to, take the motor out and they want to change a pinion. Instead of taking the whole skid down, you can just take a couple screws out, pop the transmission up, and change your pinion, put it back in under 10 minutes.
Yeah, but the one thing on the SEX10 2s is that you really can't take the motor out without having to take the transmission out. But if you cut the battery tray just maybe an inch or two,
you can take the motor out. Yeah.
You can take the motor out.
Right.
I found that out at Hope's Hobby. I had to cut that battery just a couple inches, and you just slides right in and out now.
Yeah.
Now that's like all the cross trucks that I have. They're all kit versions. I didn't buy anything ready to run.
Yeah.
Their instruction manual is
garbage.
Spot on. It's real easy to follow.
I had a terrible time doing the 6x6 there.
Well, I did have to flip back and forth a couple pages on my HC6, but all my kits are all the flagship versions.
Yeah.
So you get all the upgrades. You get your axles, your diffs, your you get your CNC wheels. The transmission is metal. The transfer case is metal. I
Yep.
mean, they give you all the metal parts that they know are going to be the weak point on the ready to run that eventually you're going to build.
Yeah. But still the weak point for me is the damn it, the leaf
Two-speed?
spring.
Oh,
the
yeah.
leaf spring. Those are garbage. I mean, if you torque them down too hard, you'll end up breaking them. And I was just like, this is for the price of the truck. I mean, you could have put some metal ones in there at least, something durable.
Now, if
And
I'm not mistaken, the BC8 comes with metal springs, which are the same as the HC6.
Yeah.
So you should be able to get a hold of Robert Mazza and get the metal springs for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen some online for their steel ones for them, universal steel leaf springs for it. But
Cool.
I hadn't done it yet.
I would definitely steer away from the RC four-wheel drive springs because they can't handle that kind of weight.
Yeah. They can't handle that weight.
So, hey, Basher Boy, what's your ratio of kits to ready to run in your collection?
I have more ready to runs, obviously.
Than
But
kits,
my
yeah.
kit ratio, it's up there. I mean, I probably have maybe 8 to 10 builds under my belt. And and I'm coming up to this question. So, what is your most well, hold on, let me reword it. From all the kits that you gentlemen have done, what is the one kit that you enjoyed building it the most?
For me, it'll be the TF2, the Trail Finder. That was a fun build.
The Maya, cool. Okay.
Well, not Tamiya, the RC4 drive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're all good,
So-
man.
So RC four-wheel drive. Now, can you compare RC four-wheel drive with axial? I mean, from the two, which one, I guess, would be best, to follow as far as the manual goes? Is it easier to find, well, not to find, to follow the RC four-wheel drive manual than the axial one, or what do you say with that?
They're pretty much both the same. I mean, they're really highly detailed and stuff. I can't
Okay.
remember how the screw packs were in both the vehicles. Actually, yeah, the TF2, they had all their screws listed as what size they were, so that definitely helped you out when you went through the manual.
Hey, RC8, have you built the Raw Builders kit yet?
The SCX10.
Yeah.
Yeah, did that a
Right.
few months ago.
All right. So I was going to just tell you that the lady that sold it for me at the hobby shop, she said that when you put the cover on the transmission, them screws transmission is so tight, it'll just strip them screws out. And I had a
Yeah,
problem
they-
with that too. I couldn't put that transmission on all the way.
Yeah, I had that same issue when me and my dad were building it. It was pretty tight there, so you had to kind of be careful with it a little bit. And I think I stripped out one of the screws, but I ended up getting it out with another pair of hex drivers there.
Yeah, my girl at the RC shop,
Sweet, man.
she's
And what about you, Dennis? Any kits that you really enjoyed?
Well, I would say my favorite kit out of all of them that I built was my Cross RC, the SU4C. It's full 3D interior, hard body. And it's got the engine cover. I mean, it was really nice to do. A lot of detail work goes into doing the interior and the body because you have to think ahead. with the color scheme that you're doing on the body, how you want to do your interior.
Yeah.
And then try to accessorize the inside of the truck, in the back cargo area. That makes you start scratching your head because you don't want to overload it because the battery goes back there.
Yeah.
So you have to try to figure out how you're going to do that and still be able to access the battery without having to always take a bunch of stuff out. But I loved it. It was a great build. I really enjoyed it. I took my time. It was probably the longest build that I have so far from start to finish.
Yeah, that was
awesome,
3.5 months.
Yeah, I spent about 2 months on the HC6 there.
That might be cool
Wow.
building like a kit like Sean builds. He builds them crazy ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sean,
Has
8
everything
builds going on
together.
at one time.
Yeah, it has the windows that roll up and down and everything. I mean, that might be fun to build.
Yeah.
I'd love to get something like that.
Yeah.
Out of my level. Out of my level.
Yeah, it'd be out of mine, but it'd probably be fun until you open the box.
Actually, one of my buddies down here, he took a TRX4, had a Toyota bed on it, and he did a dancing bed. So it actually lifted up and it tilted left and right. And I was like, oh man, that's how you do that. And he's like, that's what you do when you have too much beer in you. I was like, let me start
Was it an
thinking.
RC car or 1-to-1?
It was an RC car. He did.
Okay.
Yeah, did it for practice.
Yeah.
So Keith, KBB 13.
Yes,
So
sir.
what is the one kit that you enjoyed?
Oh,
The
yeah. The
most?
only one I built was that Axial SCX-10 for 11 Charlie.
And it's
Yeah.
a hit and miss, huh?
Yeah, I didn't like it too much. I'd just rather send them one that's ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing on the raw builds kit I didn't like was the one-piece axles. I don't know why Axial went to one-piece axles.
Yeah,
You really couldn't do much with them.
That was their downfall.
Yeah, it was.
They should have left the 3-piece axle alone and just kept selling it the way it was. I mean, it was a foolproof axle. It didn't break as much.
and they look a
if
lot
you did
better
break
too.
Well, if you broke anything on it, you could just take that one part
Replace it.
off and replace it
Right.
instead
Yeah.
of having to buy the whole axle set.
Yeah.
But going back,
I don't know what this comment is all about, but barbecue is going it down here. It says Sean has Bluetooth dry shafts. Sorry, go ahead, Dennis. Sorry.
Going back to the builds versus ready to runs, the thing that I like most about the builds is when you get them and you're building everything. When you build your axles, you actually have to grease them before you put them together.
Yep.
The ready to run, you have to take them apart, make sure that they are greased, because they only put enough on them just for assembly and ship them out.
Yep.
And a lot of guys say because it's a ready to run, well, I should be able to take it out of the box and just run it.
Yeah.
And that's where the run.
Yeah.
You have to go
Totally
through and you
agree.
have to grease everything.
Yeah, you also have to tighten everything up too, because some stuff is not always fully tightened.
Right. Everything is done with a small pneumatic setup. They're set just to get everything together. So
Yep.
And I go over every screw on mine every time I run them.
Oh, I do too, especially when
Here.
with the Trail Finder and the HC6 and stuff like ones with metal chassis and stuff. I go back and tighten up the screws if there is any loose on there.
Right. And John, you're going to be getting a kit here. You need to build one.
Yes,
the
and
closest-
look,
The closest
Yeah,
thing
I
to
don't
a
want to
finish-
leave John here, JMHRC.
Yes.
I don't want to leave him out here, but I will ask him this. So, JMHRC, are you considering of getting a kit anytime soon?
No, I am not. I
No?
will say I have not built a true kit, but my comp rig is the closest thing to a kit. Now, granted, I had a running rig, and I literally tore it down and took parts that I needed and put them on, a comp chassis. Not quite the same as building a true, kit. That's the closest thing. Eventually, I do think I will probably buy buy a kit, which one I do not know, to build another comp rig, but probably not till next year. But the reality is, outside of for a comp rig, I have no want to build a kit. I'm too impatient. I've already said it. I'm listening to y'all talk about checking stuff. When I get my ready to runs, I pull them out of the box, I throw a battery in it, and I go. Now, I might, after the first or second
hey,
run,
we
I
hear
might
you, man. We hear you.
check
Ready to run
screws
is
and
ready to run,
check
right?
stuff. I am that person that says, "Hey, it's ready to run. I'm putting a battery in it, and I'm going." That's what I do. It's not to say I don't do maintenance, but I don't do it right off the bat.
Right.
No, I mean, I wasn't trying to point fingers at anybody.
No.
It was just, there's so many guys that have that mind thought. Well, they're selling it as they're ready to run. I should be able to just take it out and just go beat the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always work that way.
Agree. Because I've seen plenty of things online where people's rigs have come in and they had loose bolts on the servo or, other things. I've definitely seen it. I've been lucky myself. But I have definitely seen it.
I ran with the guy last
And
summer.
look, my experiences with the ready to run is, it is also good to actually take a vehicle right out of the box, slap a battery on there, and just use it. Why? Because eventually you will find the weak points on that car, no matter what.
Right.
Of course,
Yeah, you fix them.
YouTube is actually a good helper for, hey, so I broke this. I'm just wondering if it's a common thing or whatnot. But a ready to run will actually just tell you right out of the box, you know what, these are the weak parts, these are the good parts. And even that, man, slapping a battery on there is also as good as, as checking in it, from end to end, every single nut and bolt and stuff. I'll tell you this, man, from my collection, plenty of ready to runs that I've had. Mostly I've done, what everybody does, just, slap a battery on there, and I would just figure out the flaws on my first run. To the point where, I'll give you an example. My Kyosho Fox, I ran that thing just out of the box. All I had to do is just program my remote receiver on there, do my endpoints, and I was already out there bashing. Till this day, the major flaw in that vehicle is the nuts from the wheels always get loose. No matter how much thread lock you put on there, they always manage to loosen. So no matter how hard I use the truck, most likely I will wind up, with loose nuts. And till this day, I haven't found a solution for that.
Sounds like you need a locking nut.
There's some things that, yeah, but the thing is, they're the huge, right? That's what she said, right? But
Yeah.
it's a huge, nut.
Huge nut.
Yeah,
It's a huge nut
Yeah.
to crack.
I kind of walked right into that one, right? But yeah.
it did.
That's almost the same
Yeah,
thing that happened to me. I put the extensions on, the 9mm hub extensions, and didn't have enough room to put my nut on there. It just poop. I put a lock washer on. I put some tight on there, and the nut just fell off, and my wheel was going down the road. It didn't go too far because it was all full of mud, but
Now, I don't know if I could speak for Chris, but I know between a ready to run and a build, when you build it and you take your time, you're more cautious when you're driving them than you are ready to run, because you're trying not to get that first scratch on them.
yeah, that's true too.
That first scratch always hurts the worst.
It does. And
Yeah.
It's not like a ready to run. You get a scratch. Yeah, I got a scratch on a big deal.
yeah, that's like when I first built the TF2 there, it was all pretty and nice, and I get that first scratch, I was like, well, now it's beat up. Now I just start beating up the body a little bit and make it realistic looking.
That's why we weather them. We don't have to worry about the scratches. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So here goes another question, gentlemen. When you're building a kit, now, what types of tools do you use? Do you use name brands such as MIP or Integy? what is your go-to tool, to actually even just dismantle a vehicle in general? So let us know what tools do you have.
I mean,
Well,
personally,
I'll
myself,
start.
I don't have.
I have an awesome Integy set. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, personally, myself, I don't have any name brand tools. I just, I got the basic, third party kind of tools, eBay, Amazon cheap tools, but they
Yeah,
work
I got them
well.
ones with the red ends on them. I
Oh
don't even
yeah.
know what they are. Yeah, I just got 3 of them and some couple of wrenches.
Bobby.
Yeah, like I got these. I'm
Yeah,
getting them off Amazon for $12.
yeah.
So I mean,
I've still got all the tools from when I was racing. I've got the Indigy, I've got the MIPs, and I also have some of the Dubros for my smaller stuff.
yeah,
And I've had that stuff for God, probably 25 years.
yeah. I like what AC Frogger
Wow,
said.
really?
Her tool
Whatever.
bit.
Sean's crazy. Sean's crazy.
When I
Allen
first got
keys?
my ready to run, I just had a couple Allen wrenches. So I
Yeah.
went to the hobby shop a couple of weeks back. I'm like, this ain't gonna work, man. I need a set of tools. They're like, oh, this set's good.
Yeah.
All right.
If I did it the way Sean did, I'd have carpal tunnel so bad I couldn't move my fingers.
Hey man, I have a old
Exactly.
set of NTG ones that I have that stay on my workbench, but honestly, I find myself picking up my Bauhaus multi-tool
Yeah.
more than anything.
Keegan Fisher Price tools name brand enough.
And it works. Hey, man, as long as it works, right?
Yeah, that's it. As long as it works. I mean, heck, I use a Dremlin from Harbor Freight. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Harbor Freight and I bought a driver set. It was I think it's like a 100-piece set for
Yeah.
$15. And if I need them, I need them. It's something that I can throw in my bag and just go.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got that other set that has it's ratchets, goes back and forth. Got the long ones that telescope in and out, but I don't like them. And I try to tighten it. The ratchets turn loose, and you have to mess with that to turn to tighten it, and it's a pain in the neck too.
yeah. I also got the Duratrack.
Hold on, let me
Like-
spot you here really quick.
Oh, that's sweet.
All right.
That's all in one.
Yeah, all I
All in
want
one,
is
huh?
25 bucks. So
That's sweet.
I mean, you don't
man.
have any problems with how thick that handle is.
well,
Getting into the tight places.
Ooh.
yeah, that does get in the way a little bit right there. And the only thing I hate about it is that the top right here where it's it slides the bits out, it will just like you twist it wrong and it falls
Fall
out.
right off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate it. So, and I got a smaller set in my bag there. That's all the bits are inside of the casing, and that works out really well.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Put it in your bag, so you ain't fumbling with 3 or 4 different tools.
Yeah, so it's like that, and then
Right.
So I guess I'm gonna show off a little bit. Let me see here.
Gonna bring out the big drill.
No. Hey, no. So let me see. So I hit here. What do I do? Right there.
He's got
He's got his
All right,
dentist
so-
kit out there.
snap on.
What I have is so again, this is the Integy Racing. It's a whole set. I have standard and
Yeah,
metric. I
that's
have
sweet,
Phillips
man.
and flatheads on there. I have the. I think this is for on roads. To check the height and stuff. This is
that's
to
for
hold
cutting
the
raglan.
shafts. Lexan scissors, reamers, X-Acto knives, and then these are for turnbuckles. This is it, man. This is when I
Yeah.
actually want to
I
build
needed
something.
one of turnbuckles the other day.
Yeah.
Good old
You
pair
know
of
what's so
pliers.
great? I wanted to buy that set, and it was over $200 when I wanted to
Yeah,
buy
what'd
one.
you get that for, Basher Boy? How much did you get that for?
I was up there like in the 120s, 130s, something like
Yeah.
that.
They've come
Yeah.
down, but not a
So,
lot.
and I actually got
they're
it on
really
sale. So
You know what I wish they would make is that
that's it.
four-way a little bit wider so you can, turn it a little bit better with your fingers. Because I'm constantly taking my tires off
Yeah.
my truck.
So for tires, I do two things. One, Exocaged RC finally, he's like, dude, you got to do a drill for your tires, and I have a small drill on my workbench. That's how if I'm at home, I do them with the workbench with the drill. But I picked up this year at USTE Reese RC multi tool, and it has a nut driver in it. So if I'm out on the trail, this is in my bag or backpack, and I've got a nut driver on this handle. Plus, I've still got all your bits. There's actually two size nut drivers with it. This is a nice little tool right here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's nice.
This is my favorite one, multi tool by Bauhaus right here. It's lighter.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a nut driver, but it has Phillips. It has all your bits. Everything's magnetic. It doesn't fall apart. This is a great multi tool right here.
Yeah, that's what I got. Something like that.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
How much did you get that one for? More or less.
Which one? The Bauhaus is about
both of them,
$40.
roughly.
Yeah, the Bauhaus I want to say is $35-$40, and the Reese I
Not
think I
bad.
paid $45, $47 maybe at USTE. So really good price. The Reese one's a little heavier, not by a whole lot, but it's got a little bit more weight to it. But it also carries an extra couple pieces that you wouldn't normally have. So both of them are very good tools.
So Sean is saying that looks way too neat. Now, is he making fun of my tool set?
Yes, I think he was.
Are you serious? No, it's not. I look. So under that tool set, I build my Kyosho Ala Rampage Pro. I build this vehicle. Actually, I have like 4 kits under this, and then plus whatever breaks. Oh man, I do take care of my things. I gotta say,
Barbecue says that you have
here's another thing.
bonafide.
I hate having stuff just laying around. I'm a way too neat kind of guy. I know I'm the type of guy that puts a RC car on a bed, right? But I don't sleep on here. But
you don't sleep on the bed. I try to be that way, but I can't. Yeah. All my stuff's all over the place.
No, mine's all nice and neat.
Just my normal tools on my workbench, like my Integy ones, they have a spot. They hang on on the wall basically. So.
That's what mine.
Oh yeah, well that's a workbench. See, I don't have nothing like that.
All right, show us.
Yeah. Little bitty table. Nice. That's sweet, man.
That is awesome, man.
You don't want to see my ring.
Oh, you got all that. Yeah.
Turn
That is nice, man.
That is very nice.
Yeah.
I always look at the battery holders. Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Just don't have any sunglasses on that one.
No, I don't. But it makes for a great, holding parts there and stuff.
barbecue. Gabe uses surgical gloves before he handles his tools. I can tell.
And I'll tell you that, man. Yeah, sometimes, hey, I don't want all that grease on my hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
I
some
do
gloves
sometimes,
right next
too.
to me, man.
Yeah, I do
About
too.
400 boxes, really.
Yeah.
John, were you just laughing at the other comment that Sean just put up?
Around Jeremy. Yeah.
Leave it to Sean.
Every time Gabe grabs a tool, bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
That's good stuff.
So gentlemen, so when a RC car in general just breaks, what do you usually use as support? I mean, do you use a lift? Do you put it on a stand? What do you usually work on? Your vehicles in general. And see, to answer that question, watch. I got this little thing in here. So actually, for car brakes, right? This is what the Duratrax platform, right? You assemble it, put it there, and wham, bam. Oh shit. You put it there, and there you go. Right?
Are them things really good?
This is what I mean. I mean,
because
do you use a?
I don't have any one of them, but isn't that would be hard to take the transmission apart on and all that stuff because you have to flip the car over and everything?
It is.
So
it would be a hit and miss, right? Like, sometimes you wouldn't
Yeah.
use this.
Depends on the rig, I think, too.
Yeah.
I like this
Yeah.
one from Red Cat. It's, same thing, little turn thing.
All right.
I mean, that would be
What
good
about
for the
this?
tires and stuff, and axles and working on the axles and stuff. But
Yeah. One thing I like about this is that it can flip it upside down. And then I can work on my boat.
Nice.
yeah, working the boat.
Oh.
That's
There you
nice. Very nice.
Did you
There you go,
find that
see?
out yourself, or did that come with a in the
I
direct?
found that out. I played around with it one night like that, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, my boats can fit in there."
That's pretty cool.
But
That's awesome.
another device that I use. Let me. These are actually
the PVC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
PVC stands I made, so I can
Oh,
actually.
I
when
like
I'm-
them, man. I got to see how you made that.
So when I'm out on the
Some
trail,
PVC pipes.
yep.
Yeah. That is one hell of a jig, man. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Look at
that's
that.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
you can't even get a roller and roll under there.
yeah.
What are them straps for? You bring that out on the trail with you?
Yeah, this is how I carry my vehicles with me when I'm transport them to the car and stuff like that. But the strap,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know, I'll mix it with now.
That's a hell
I
of an
built
idea.
I built a nice box in my Blazer I had for my truck, but I usually just carry them by the bottom.
Yeah, I did that, and I just got tired of it because I had so many that I would take out with me.
Yeah.
So
See, and that's what happens when you have a lot of beer in you.
Yeah. And a lot of RCs you got to carry.
Right?
yeah, so
That's awesome, man.
when I'm done, just fold down,
Boom. On the go.
and then I can. Yeah, they're not glued there, but then I can just.
Just carry it along. Yeah, that is pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It
It
is.
is. It is very nice.
Yeah, so I did this. The arms or the legs also, when I put it in my truck there, in my real truck, I'm not getting my interior dirty and stuff like that. So the tires are completely away from the seats.
Yeah, and maybe you could put like your
Yeah.
seatbelt around it. You won't, fly all over the place.
Yeah.
Hey, so what rig is that?
This one is it started off as an Element Trail Walker. Then I upgraded the chassis to a Team G Speed V3 chassis.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so
So it's pretty low, huh?
it's a belly dragger.
Yeah,
So
I can see that.
Because when I usually go around the corner, hear this. The car's going back and forth in the back seat.
yeah.
It's like, come on.
So this has all Element Trail Walker parts on it. I just changed over to chassis.
Damn. That looks solid, man. Pretty good.
It's a spider monkey, man. This thing will grip to anything, really. I had no problems with
Yeah.
it.
So what do you have for electronics?
I got a Hobby Wing 1080. The servo is a 35 kilogram cordless. Just a stock motor, transmission, pretty much really all stock parts.
Yeah.
Other than the
That's a
clearance
clean
link.
build, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
I definitely like them links on the bottom, how they angled up.
Yeah,
That's the
Oh.
Team Associated high clearance.
Is that what they are?
these are Husky ones. They're
Okay.
yeah, but they definitely help it out. They actually extended my wheelbase a lot out wider there for longer.
I have a
bet,
Trail Walker. For my Class 1 rig, I have the Team Associated high clearance links. They look very similar.
Yeah, but they definitely do a job.
Awesome, man.
So when I work on my
So,
rigs,
gentlemen, so
got
what?
two
Yeah.
of the I have two of the basically Duratrax ones like you have there, Gabe, a blue and a black one. So on my workbench there's two, one on each side. Actually had my buddy, he milled me a taller, the metal, the aluminum piece that on the stand there in the middle, he made me a taller one so one of them could sit higher for like my bigger monster truck and stuff. So I pretty much always work on one of those stands. Even if I need to flip it over, I flip it over on the stand and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got
and
one.
these stands are lifesavers, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dennis. Go ahead.
I've got the same thing. I've had it forever. I love it.
JMH, I got my Jeep in, but I don't know what they did. I ordered the 4-door Jeep Cherokee with the 3 windows, and they sent me the 2.5-door Jeep Cherokee with 2 windows. It's really weird. So I returned that one, and I got the other one back. So when that comes in a couple of days, so I want you to do that 3D print for me, the dash.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be I'll leave Monday. I'm going to New Orleans and Jackson, Mississippi for work. I won't be back till Friday.
Okay.
So.
I think it's not going to be until Thursday anyway. So.
Gotcha.
I'll show you what I just picked up today.
Hey, yeah, show us, man. What you got?
Where is it? Got the Castle.
Sidewinder 3?
Oh yeah, Sidewinder 3.
What is that going on
And
to?
my Traxxas Stampede. I'm burning the motors up, so I got to do some soldering tomorrow and all that good stuff.
A lot of mud, huh? And stuff?
Yeah. Well, the original. What is that in the Traxxas? I forgot what it is. The motor. The
The
Titan.
Linear Titan?
The Titan. Yeah, I messed up the bearings in one of them. I burnt one up, then messed the bearings up. They were hitting the spur gear, was bouncing off the spur gear so bad. And then I just bought that other hot motor, which wasn't really the Arma hot motor, but I guess that's not the name of it. So I called it the hot motor, but it's not. But that burnt up, so I decided to go to do this, put that on there.
I gotta say,
John,
and
what's your plan for
so we have a
tomorrow?
gentleman here on chat. Green Frog RC says, he's responding to Sean's RC Adventures. A comment. He says yoga blocks are the best, stand out there. Green Frog RC says I would have to agree. What I know about Kagan, Green Frog RC, he has most of his RC collection on yoga blocks, and that idea, man,
Yeah.
is spot on. I think a yoga block, you can probably get it for like what, $5-6, something like that. Inexpensive, easy, and also you can decorate. Like, I know he has a few decorated and stuff, so that's spot on, man. I do agree as well. So
Yeah. Where did I have that?
and also AC Froggies RC and more says my rigs always fall off those stands when I try to work on them, so I just use my disc or table at a race. And yeah, man, sometimes you're fighting the freaking stand, right? So it's just better to put it on a flat surface.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but what I do on that when I'm working on it, I have a piece of foam so I can lay the truck down, work on it without damaging anything. The little egg crate thing, you can put your screws there. So
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea too.
Yeah.
You got mostly hard
Yeah.
bodies, huh?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. That foam thing's the hard body kind of guy. Alexians just flip it over.
Yeah, well, when you're sitting there building a kit for hours, your hands is right here on the soft
Yeah, that's nice too.
thing. So that's what I do.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I've done this a while now. I come up with my own techniques.
That's definitely clever, I gotta say, man.
Yeah, it's clever, man. Things I think of. Too much beer.
I definitely like them where you put them little nuts and bolts because that shit. Sorry, Basher Boy. That stuff goes all over the place on me, man. I'm just losing that stuff all the time.
Do you have a magnet tray?
No, I need to get I got one of them, but I need to get a magnet, just a flat piece of magnet.
Yeah, I got one of those too. So when if I lose a screw down below, I can just there we go.
I have two little, I don't know, they're probably like 4 inches or so across, but there's a magnet mat almost, and it has different sections, sort of just like foam taped almost, that separate it. So like if I'm doing like a major repair, I use those. I have 2 of those. I have one basically for each of my stands. So if I'm doing something major, like a complete rebuild or something, I'll use that. If I'm just replacing something or whatever, then I use the trays on those Duratrax stands, to put the extra screws in.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got one of the magnetic pit mats, a Cow RC mat that's got the little slots in the front for all your screws.
Yeah.
And it's nice because if one screw drops, it just stops right there, and you can just pick it right back up.
Yep.
I need to get a bigger one.
Yeah.
If I had a little bit bigger than what I have right now, these cross trucks would fit on there perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, these cross trucks are a little bit bigger than the mat.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Well, the PG4A and the PG4L, they're both 24 inches long.
Woo, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, the HC6 is almost 30. I want to say it's 28 or 29.
I can't remember.
I know if I put it on the jack stands are right at the edge of the mat.
Let's see. We'll get a measurement right here.
Bumper to bumper.
Bumper to bumper. You're looking at about 24.
Oh.
Huh.
I thought it was longer.
Look at that.
If I put it on the jack stands on the mat, my jack stands are right at the edge of the mat.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because I want to be able to slide it around a little bit. And
Yeah.
That's what
I
she
have to
said.
move the whole
Sorry,
man.
I had to say it. I
My
had to say it.
6x6 is my one rig that I have that fits on my stand, but doesn't fit great. Like if I need to move it around a little bit, it's either hitting something, knocking something off my workbench. All my other rigs fit nicely on my normal stands.
Now, with your 6x6 on there, do you have
That's a
to
hell of a rig, man. I gotta
slide
say.
it back and
Yeah,
forth
that
to
is
make the
nice, man.
balance?
What?
Dennis, I mine will sit on there like with the back end, the back two axles hanging off, and it will sit level. But if I'm working on it, or particularly if I open the body because the body hinges on the axial and then throw the body back, because I'm trying to get into something, then it's overweighted on the rear and it tilts.
Yeah.
But if just sitting with the body down on it normal, it will sit on the stand, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my only concern. If I put this HC6 on there, I don't know what the weight rating is on there, but I know those trucks are heavy.
Yeah, that's a
I
sweet
did.
thing right there.
RC48, did you build that?
I did.
That's sweet looking.
That's a kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way you can get that truck.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
you got.
I'm not doing the canvas back on mine.
The
I'm gonna
what?
leave mine wide open, no canvas back at all.
That's what I'm about to do because, like I said, get into my battery and the control module for the sound.
You gonna roll it up? You gonna roll it up and leave it on the truck?
I hadn't really decided yet on that. I might
Well,
take
that's not
completely off.
112. I mean, that's not 1/10, right?
The chassis is 110, but
Wow.
the body is 112. Because I
Yeah,
actually
they put them in the 1/12 class, the way they categorized them.
yeah, because when I first was looking at it, it says 1/10, and I got it in. It's like this doesn't look like 1/10. This is more like 1/12. And so they finally explained that the chassis is 1/10, but the body is 1/12.
Yeah, all their military trucks are 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
I keep getting that Johnny Burden. He keeps trying to talk me into buying the BC8, and there's no way.
Oh
No
God,
way.
no.
I'm spending
Uh-uh.
$1,400 on a kit.
Ooh.
No.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
big price
don't
tag,
even
man.
know who makes that.
Cross RC.
Cross
Oh,
RC.
okay, that's a Cross RC.
Yes.
And to be honest,
Sean RC Adventure has been wanting that Mammoth. That's also a Cross RC vehicle, right?
which one?
The Mammoth. It's a
No,
6x6.
the Mammoth is RC 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's RC4 drive, I think. Yes. Yeah.
Now,
They
Okay.
got a good
Cross
reputation.
RC.
The Cross RCs.
Cross RC does make the truck that he's looking at, that's the BC8. It's almost 3 foot long and it weighs almost 47 pounds.
Yeah.
It's $1,400 for the
That's
kit.
a heavy sucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really heavy. And anybody that buys that kit, you're looking at least 2 months just to build the chassis and get the drive line to make it a roller.
Yeah.
And then you've got about another month to a month and a half on the body build.
Oh yeah.
But Cross RC, in my opinion, right now is probably one of the most scale detailed kits that there are
Are
when
they
it comes
like
to the military trucks.
pretty reliable getting parts and stuff like that, or
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've been around.
Some of them. Yeah, some of them. I mean, I just look for the HD6 parts just to make sure I can still get them, and some parts you can't really find or get. I don't know if you had that problem, Dennis.
No, I go right to Robert Mazza. He owns Cross RC US in
Oh, okay.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Okay, yeah, I dealt with him a few times before when I was building the kit there. So
Yeah, I mean he's like Johnny on the spot. Every time I message him, he's right there answering back.
yeah,
Like
Stupid.
the green truck that I have on the floor there, it's the VR4C,
yeah,
and I broke the rear cross brace that's actually part of the bumper mount. And I sent him a message. I had it within a week. He couldn't find one on the shelf, so he just went to a kit, took one out, and just had Cross send him some more.
yeah.
That's
But
cool.
I've seen a couple of posts today that a couple of the guys are building the new AT4, and they don't want to use the axles. They want to do different axles. Well, you've got to find something that'll fit that chassis because it's a big truck.
Yeah.
That AT4 is almost larger than a 1/8 scale.
And they just
Yeah.
do mostly military, or they just do all military.
No, they do regular scale and trail truck. They have a lot of military on their product page, and they're starting to get into like the UT4, the rock bouncing style, or I shouldn't say rock bouncer, but the rock racer style. So they put 2 new trucks out this year, and they've got 2 more coming out. And he won't tell me what they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I keep trying to get it, but he won't let me know. I'm kind of glad because I'd be either in divorce court or
Yeah.
6 feet under.
Both.
Well, my cross collection, I started 2 years ago. I had 2 trucks, and now I'm up to 9 cross trucks in the matter of a year.
You be going to the big D, and you
Wow.
don't mean Dallas.
Well, just before
Damn,
COVID
that's
hit,
a lot,
I
man.
had. Well, before COVID hit, I ordered 3 trucks, and 2 of them were cross. So, needless to say, there was probably 18 or 1900 out the door.
Now, can them blow? I see the stocks on there. I mean, they blow smoke and all that stuff, or
You can make them do that.
Yeah.
It's not something that comes from factory. You have to do that yourself.
do it yourself.
Yeah.
Are them Hummers down there cross RC too?
The Hummer body.
So, gentlemen, I have a last question for you guys.
Sure.
I have one last question for you guys. So, for the viewers that are watching,
Yes.
what would be the one kit that you would recommend, to the general public? I mean, I know there's a lot of genres such as crawlers, bashers, on-roads, etc., etc. Just name that one kit that you will actually recommend. Which one would it be, gentlemen? Let us know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
if you're going to go for a crawler, I mean, the SCX10 would be the best, easiest kit to put together. But I don't know the rest of the other kits out there. I don't know how they're going to be, but I mean, I would say the SCX10, it's an easy platform to understand. Nothing to it.
It was easy, but that was the first one I built. I mean, that's the only one I built. I just didn't
Yeah.
like building it. I didn't like building it.
I mean, I would have to agree with Chris. The 10-2 raw builders kit would be the way to go, and even the Traxxas kit, because there's so many new parts and aftermarkets available.
Mm-hmm.
You can go crawler or you can go trail truck and not have to worry about it. So if you want to build trail truck style, you can still crawl with it. Now, for instance, with me, I like the Cross RCs, but they're labeled as a trail truck, not a crawler.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have the wrong perspective on it. They think that, it should be able to crawl. Well, they can, but you also have to look at how they have their drive line set up.
Mm-hmm.
Their drive line, their transmissions in their Demon line, the gears are so small that they're not designed for brushless systems or that quick forward and reverse or that instant punch, because you can blow the gears apart.
Yeah,
I mean, I ran all my trucks with everything from the kit from day one and not had an issue yet.
Yeah, that's like with the HT Humvee here. People thought this was a rock crawler. It's not a rock crawler. It's never going to be a rock crawler. It's a trail truck. That's it.
Right. Now that's got IFS on it.
Yeah, independent suspension. Yeah, that's full on scaled out.
Well, I mean, even the 1-to-1s really weren't rock crawlers. I mean, they could get through a lot of stuff, but
I mean, it doesn't have the ground clearance for that to crawl rocks with. So
you can look at the Axial Traxxas element and if you want to go from just a box stock kit, you can always upgrade, and then there's always somebody's always making an aftermarket chassis to go full comp build on them, where they're an LCG chassis and you're an inch to an inch and a half off the ground. Everybody's getting in the game now with all the aluminum axles, all the high clearance links, whether they're the Delron or brass. I mean, everybody's starting to get set up with overdrive gears and underdrive gears.
Yeah.
It's basically what you want as far as budget and how you want the truck to actually perform. So, I mean, I'm kind of the wrong person to ask what I would recommend because I've got, a few different versions. But
I think I would recommend, not that I've built a kit, but I've owned this rig, and I've owned a few different brands, but I would probably recommend the Element kit. This probably be my recommendation for somebody. It's good priced. It's a good
and it's
price
also
kit.
budget friendly too.
Yes,
Yeah.
budget friendly, and I mean, I have a Trail Walker, and the rig's actually really impressed me. I've done very minor mods to it, and it has been, I mean, it's my class 1 rig I compete with, and it's been a great rig. If budget's a bigger issue, there is the Red Cat kit is out there too. If you're really
10?
budget, if you're really on the budget, I have quite a few Red Cat rigs, so I know their flaws and what they're capable of at the same time. And TRX kit is obviously a good kit, a little higher on the price, and the SEX kit is, they've been around, so there's not. I think there's a lot of good kits out there, but probably my recommendation would be the Element.
Yeah,
No.
I agree with you on that.
Now, I did just remember there is one kit that a lot of people do overlook, that a lot of people don't really know exists, and that's the G-Made Komodo double cab.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It really is a great truck.
It is. It's a great truck.
Sean will tell you he ran his last year at my poker run, and that truck went everywhere that he pointed it. He didn't have a problem with it. The truck's set up great.
I think something to point out on the Element, side as well is you do the Element, you pretty much already have the option for overdrive especially if you're building a comp rig. You got
that's what I did.
Overdrive right out the box, which is great.
Yeah, you got to put those gears in there.
Yeah.
Well, JMH, do you think yours? Oh, sorry. Do you think your comp rig is a rock crawler or a trail truck or
my
both?
comp rig?
Yeah.
I pretty much only use it for rock crawling. Could I trail it? Yeah, I could, but it's my comp rig. I have
you just set up for that.
That's what I built it around. I have too many other good trail trucks, to use to take it out on the trail. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Like I said, I had the Trail Walker, and I took all the parts from the Trail Walker, put it on a G-Speed chassis. Amazing comp truck there.
No, my Trail Walker, as it is, it's still stock body, stock chassis. I swapped out the motor. I put a servo in it, high clearance links.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's all I've done to it at this point, and it's actually been very competitive for Class 1 stock body and everything. I've wanted to do a different chassis, but for Class 1 I can't. So
yeah, you can't really change it for that.
Yep. But I'm considering that would be my if I build
so
another
I guess
rig,
look, so my answer to the question that I've asked is gonna be way different from yours. Because you guys are talking about crawlers and everything else, but what you see in front of you is pretty much a Kyosho. No, that's fine. It's just a general question. And you see, you're probably asking, why am I gonna say, build something like this? I'll tell you that, man. It brings you back to the roots. Okay, it brings you back to when RC actually started. So one of my first kits I've ever built was actually a Kyosho. It was a Kyosho Beetle. And I was just like JMHRC here, John. I was truly not into it. I just got it just for the heck of it. But once I started seeing the instructions, how basic it was and how it just became what it is now, I guess that's what really hooked me. So my recommendation is to build something like this, okay? And especially Kyosho. I know there's Tamiya, there's other vehicles out there, but to me, a Kyosho vehicle goes hand in hand very well. It is very easy to to follow instructions. Very easy to understand in general. I've also built Tamiya kits, and I gotta say this. Hold on, give me a second. Come on, Tank. Huh? I can't let. So Tank is behind chat here. I can't let him in. Ricardo gets log in. Oh, what? Hey. What did I just do here?
I don't know.
What did you do?
Oh, no.
There you go. Do we have Tank now?
I don't see
I
him.
don't see him.
Not
Is
yet.
Tank in?
He says
Nope.
he's backstage. He doesn't have a ticket to the show.
There, now I got a
Oh.
ticket.
Sutton's
There you
saying-
got a ticket.
No, he
Okay.
does.
There he is. Backstage.
Yeah, I got an email from Brad telling me I
So
got
he
my
should be
new
here
kit.
shortly.
I got my new kit,
So, yeah,
and I
I
want to do
mean,
an unboxing.
to me, I'm just going back to the roots, man. I totally enjoy, building these things, and so far it has been a pleasure putting these vehicles together. My birthday is coming up in next few months. My
Yeah.
birthday's in October. I was able to obtain the Kyosho Tomahawk.
Cool.
That's a vehicle that I've been eyeballing, for these past few years, and so far, I guess, yeah, it is gonna happen. So I'll be, so happy to build that vehicle. And in general, I gotta say this, man. I know this thing looks vintage. It looks like it's a thing with a past, but these are so much fun to drive, man. I gotta say, it's
When
it's
did
an
you build that?
amazing kit, and
How
I have
long you had
nothing
them?
bad to say about them. They are so easy to put together, and then and by the end of the day, right now, I know I asked you guys, what kit would be best, and I guess my answer is just a little different, I guess, for people that I guess don't really want to go into crawling, but this would be a perfect option as well. Really, really good. I would highly recommend. And Tank, good evening. How's it going?
I'm going good.
Hey
Thank you
there.
very much. Going good.
Sean's RC wants to know: did you bring his Porsche with you?
Yes, it's over there, my Porsche.
Over there in your Porsche.
Your Porsche's in your Porsche.
Awesome.
No, Bashful Boy calls my VW Bug, Herbie the Love
Porsche.
Bug, a Porsche because he says VW is owned by Porsche, or Porsche is, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. I don't know if they still are they?
Don't know. There he goes.
No, I just like to bug you with that.
I got this guy with me. Can you guys
Your
see
Porsche.
and say
You
what,
have your
what
Porsche
model
with
number
you?
that is?
Marsh.
RC 4-wheel drive?
Yes.
That wouldn't be the the
Oh, it's
Marlin.
leaf sprung.
It's
I'm
leaf
sorry.
sprung.
Sorry.
Oh,
My God, there's
the
dust
model.
falling everywhere. I just put a
Yeah.
K44 axle in the front, so
Okay.
so that's the new one. New piece. Ain't dusty.
yeah, that's true. And there's no scratch. It's a TF2.
Yeah, the old TF2.
Yeah, here's my body for it. All beat up.
Yeah, like it should
Nice.
be.
Yeah.
This thing has been in a lot of competitions.
So
Tank, is
Tank-
excuse me, is that the rubber sidewalls on that body? It's the
Yes.
hard body, right? But it's got that rubber stuff.
Yeah.
You just melt that, right?
Well, you buy it and you put it on. It was kind of expensive. It was about $50, I think, for
No,
Canadian.
but did you just melt it after you
No.
bought it, or you bought it like that?
It's perfectly on. What you do is you gotta get a small little drill bit,
Yeah.
and you screw it. There's a bunch of screws here, and you just screw it right on. So it's just screwed on.
No, I mean, did you melt the where you got the damage on it? It came
Oh.
it came like that.
No, any damage was because I actually fell on it, and I tried
okay.
to re-glue it, but I did not re-melt anything.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of
didn't see
Oh, is that
re-glued it
right?
because the whole cab here was cracked here, and it was cracked at the back. It was cracked all the way up front.
True wear and tear.
Oh yeah. Well, I was going down a side hilling kind of, and then it started tipping. So I went to grab it. Well, momentum is kind of screwed me up, and I kept going and down about a 20-foot cliff. Truck was
Bro.
tumbling down. I fell down the cliff also, and I landed right on the truck.
Oh wow.
You should see the leaf
That's where all
springs.
the damage
boy.
is from. Okay.
Yeah, and the leaf springs on it were all crooked, like the rear. The whole rear end was all crooked, and I had to get new leaf springs.
So I guess if I want to my truck look like that, I'll just have to fall on top of
That's
it.
correct.
Uh,
They're tough though. They're really tough. Like, there's another TF2.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got my paint where it's cracking like it's like it was
Oh, yeah.
back in the old days, you know, when your paint
Yeah.
starts cracking.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
did.
take my TF2 out tomorrow. That's why I was fixing the front end, and tomorrow I take it for a ride.
Yeah, I'm taking mine out next week to a comp there, so I'll be running it.
I gotta find some wood pallets and some stuff to put loose in the back, and I'm just gonna go crazy and make it bounce, and the thing's gonna fly out. That's gonna make it for a nice video.
yeah.
Yeah, I made
Cool.
mine some out of some popsicle sticks and stuff.
Did you get that Coca-Cola case from Hobby Lobby?
Yes, I did. Did I?
I had the
know.
same one.
I was
Well,
in there the
see-
other day, and I was like, I saw those doll houses. I was like, that would look pretty sweet with a TF2 in front of it.
Yeah, the problem, you got the same driver I have, and my driver does not have full legs. So that's the driver from RC 4-wheel drive.
No, this one is actually from Tamiya.
Okay. Okay, so my driver is actually in there also, but that's the one from RC 4-wheel drive. The problem is his legs are cut off at the knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's too.
Yeah, but this is what I did for mine. Once we switch back.
Yeah, switch right.
Doop, doop, doop.
I don't.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, the host has to switch you back.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. He's kind of lazy.
So my legs are cut, but what I did is I found
There you
a
go.
skeleton. So I found a skeleton and actually glued the lathe there.
Nice.
So what I'm saying is this is a military guy and he's got prosthesis legs, for legs. So these are
Yeah.
prosthesis and they're
Yeah.
glued there. So they have to give me full points for my thing. And at the back, I actually have crutches.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And the bra is
You need to
actually from
make a little-
Vegas. So whatever goes in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I actually
You
made
need
these
to make a
crutches
little
with
handicap.
styrene.
You got to make a little handicap placard for the window tank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I should have made a handicap and the sticker in the front. I should have. Yeah.
Right.
But that was my idea to get full points for the driver. It worked. Cool. Somebody just said.
So, gentlemen,
something.
can you guys hear me well? I'm having like
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
here.
Yes, sir.
I hear you just fine.
Yes, and my dry shaft,
Okay.
the output shaft for the rear
So,
shaft.
Tank, today's discussion is kits. I'll
Kits?
just ask you in general, what is your least favorite kit, your most favorite kit, and would you recommend a kit to public in general?
I really enjoyed the Super Clodbuster. That was my latest kit that I actually built. It was very easy, but it was very interesting in the way they actually built that Super Clodbuster from Tamiya. That was cool. Another kit that was fun to build. I guess the Kyosho wasn't its 70% built, so it can't be. Would be my Gatekeeper. That one was fun. A kit that it did not enjoy. I don't think I ever had a kit that it did not enjoy. They're all fun.
Yeah.
Guru, are you going to be at the event tomorrow?
Oh,
Are you having your event tomorrow, Trout Crawler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just getting all my stuff ready to load into my truck. I wanted to let it cool off before I went out there and put it in there, but
Be back in a minute, guys.
Cool.
I got the notification that Gabe was going live, so I kind of stopped,
Okay.
which gives me plenty of time because it's finally starting to cool down. It's been in the high 80s today.
Guru says he doesn't know the information for the event.
Information for the
For-
event for tomorrow. It's I'm doing the event for 11 Charlie, the Got Your Six event at Nelson's Ledges State Park in Garrettsville, here in Ohio.
Okay.
Sign up is 9 o'clock, and hope to have the first team of trucks out by 10:30 at the latest. Got quite a few things for raffle.
Oh yeah.
Got a really nice big raffle prize that we're going to be doing. That was a shock to me. It was from Cody Johnson from Dixieland RC, sent me a Red Cat window go kit.
Cool.
Nice.
Then I've got some other small stuff that we're going to be giving away, or not giving away, but raffling off. And the people that helped with donations for raffle last year, I just picked up some stuff there today, along with Javier, Nathan, and 307 Scoot sent me this week. Got quite a bit of stuff to raffle.
Good. Yeah, the Wendigo looks like a nice truck. Nice old battery.
Yeah, Cody opened the box just to make sure that everything was there and put it right back in. So,
Cool.
I opened it up and there's a lot of parts.
Yeah.
Right
So
now,
this-
if that
this
was
ain't-
mine, I wouldn't be in the mood to build a kit right now.
This ain't got nothing to do with RCs, but last night I got up to, what most 50-year-old guys do more than once at night. And after I did my business, I went and said, "What's this in my sink?"
Oh,
The
real-
Scorpion.
Yeah, right in my sink, man. That's
Wow.
probably the fifth one we found this season in our house.
Gotta have a nest somewhere.
Yeah, they're just all over the place. I'll let them go tomorrow.
The check is to see if he can swim. Put him in the toilet
Yeah.
and flush it.
Flush them. Yeah,
See if he
that's the
swims.
second one I found in the bathroom this year.
Oh yeah.
Well, you said you guys have had a lot of rain, though, right?
Yeah, it's been crazy. That's what they're coming out from all over the place.
If ground's getting soaked, they're looking for dry areas to come up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right. You're dealing with scorpions. I'm dealing with beavers in my backyard.
I'd rather have a beaver in my backyard than a scorpion.
No, I live
Oh,
here.
no, you mean a bad beaver?
No, not that kind of beaver either. I'm talking about the little eating ones. The
A
little,
little
wood,
eating beaver?
yeah, the little wooden beavers. The ones that like eat wood there.
Yeah.
But I live right here on the coast of North Carolina, so we tend to get a lot of tropical storms and hurricanes. And if that creek back there is not flowing properly, I'm going to get flooded out again, and I don't want that to happen. So
Oh, they just dam it all up, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
So I know where their main dam's at, and they're building one next to my RC park, which I keep going out there every morning and breaking it down just to get the water to flow. I tried to outsmart them by putting a large 6-inch PVC pipe through the dam there, but they keep finding a way to clog up that tunnel there, and I don't know what else to do.
They pretty mean, or are they, you know?
I don't know. They only really come out at night, somewhere around 3 in the morning. They'll come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it hadn't flooded my park yet. Maybe one little part of it, but not the whole thing yet. But
How
it's right
does
there on the
how does the local city feel about firearms? Are you guys allowed to shoot
Go
anything back
beaver
there?
hunting.
If I had one, I would use it already.
The reason I'm asking is because you can buy tannerite, set a can of tannerite there, and just shoot it and eliminate that beaver dam in about 2 seconds.
Yeah. I have been told to do that too. But I do live in the city limits or town limits there, so you got to go through the proper channels, but that's taking forever to do. And then the guy won't be out until next month to go back there and trap them or whatever and tear down the dams. So
Sounds like my dad, when we had raising rabbits, and one night about 2 o'clock in the morning, bam, he was shooting his 30-06 out of the kitchen window at the raccoons. Like, oh man, they woke up the whole neighborhood. 30-06 is real loud, man. It's like, what the hell?
yeah, I've been going back there with the M2000 firecrackers and just throwing them back there, kind of hoping to scare the little
Scare
thing.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could always throw a rope over the dam with a hook on there and tie it to your truck.
Mhm.
I can't get back there.
And everything.
I can't get back there to the main dam. So no way I can get back there because I live right behind a creek, so it's no way to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, so
yep, little
Yeah.
yeah,
and some tannerite.
yeah, yeah. I got a booby trap set back there for them. So I put a piece of plywood sitting up like that with a couple sticks there. So when they hit the sticks, I'm hoping it'll fall right on top of their ass. I'm sorry.
They'll turn around and chew that up.
Yeah, they'll make that plywood into, booby ass and booby ass and booby
Yeah.
trapping the beavers, man.
Yeah.
I guess Dave's having problems with his audio.
Yeah,
We're really getting his live stream all.
he's lagging on his end. He can hear us. He just
Right.
having issues with
Probably
his audio.
saying, no more saying booby traps. No more saying booby traps.
So, Tank, what's your favorite kit to build and least favorite to build? And which kit would you recommend?
Basher Boy just asked me that question a little while ago, and I
thought he did.
replied.
I thought he.
That's what it said.
The
Yeah.
last one I built was the Super Clodbuster from Tamiya. That one was fun to build. I don't think I had a bad kit, mind you. The Gatekeeper was a little tricky. Was kind of not bad. The instruction, the way the pictures are, and the way you have to put certain piece in an angle, that you really had to really scratch your head for the Gatekeeper. That one was a little bit of a pain, but it was still fun to build. That one I recommend. It's a good truck, the Gatekeeper. Tamiya Super
Try to build one
Clodbuster.
of these.
Yeah.
I never built a boat, but if I build one, it would be that wooden one there. It's kind of all wood on the bottom.
This is all wood.
Viking ship.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just built the
That's all.
Viking ship. It's not
Yeah,
a remote
that's all.
control, though. Oh, sorry,
You
man.
got to put. Yeah, you got to put everything together on this thing.
Mhm.
But it's never made water.
No.
You got a
So you
creek
don't know
right
if
in
it
back of
floats?
your yard.
Yeah, I do, and I'm probably gonna sink it out there like I did one of the battleships I built.
Yeah.
It was
I'm-
floating, not sinking.
I'm kind of happy. The new place where we set up a crawling area at my buddy's house, he's got a little creek, and the water's there perfect in the creek right now. At the beginning of the year, it wasn't. It was tall. It was high, but right now it's just perfect. It's maybe 2 inches at some spots, so it's perfect to do like a mud run or have fun in the water there. So not too much water.
Tank, did you just unbox the Corvette?
Yes, was very nice. I really
I
like
was
that
going to ask you,
Corvette.
did you run? That's a Traxxas, right?
I have not run it. We did not have time to put a battery in it and actually go outside and run it. So my buddy that works at a hobby store in Orleans here brought the Corvette and the Bronco, the TRX4 Bronco,
Right.
for me to actually unbox with them and review. So it was really nice.
Yeah, I seen the Vet one. And I was wondering if you ran it or not. But
No, I haven't ran it, but it's supposed to be pretty fast, even though it's brushed. Some people are waiting till the brushless comes out, but I think they're gonna wait a bit.
is that
What'd you-
not as 1/10? Oh, sorry, Jamie.
It is.
I was just
110.
going to ask what he thought of the Bronco.
To me, it's one of the nicest body they've made for detail. Like,
Yeah.
it's not because I like Ford. Like me, I don't care if it's a Ford, Dodge, or whatever. I'll drive anything and I'll just whatever. But just the details, the so like on the lights at the back and the way everything is molded, I think this is one of the best body they've came out with. And the way they got the latching system, that's pretty smart also, which is the same latching system as that's on my Corvette. So, and it should take tumbles and everything should work fine with that. So it should be cool.
All right, guys, real quick. I got to get going. My phone's about to die, and I need to get out and get my truck loaded for the morning. So I will see everybody tomorrow around noon. I'm going to do a live stream on Facebook from the event.
Cool.
If anybody wants to jump in the chat.
Yep.
So
Good luck
I'll get
tomorrow,
on.
man. Be safe.
I'll try to be available.
I will talk to you guys later. And Basher Boy, thanks for letting me in. John, nice talking with you again. Tank, nice seeing you.
See you. Same.
Field, good seeing you again. Chris, take care, buddy. Nice talking with you again. And
You
we'll
too.
see everybody in the chat later.
Have a good event tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll do. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks. See you.
Ooh.
All right.
So that Corvette is 1/10, or is it?
It is. It is 1/10.
It is.
I actually took some pictures of it beside my. Maybe I can show you that. I should have those pictures on my hard drive here somewhere.
So Beanfield, you thinking about getting a Corvette? RC?
Nah. I want to get a Camaro or I don't know who makes them. I forgot. One of the older Camaros.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like Corvettes, even 1-to-1s.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I worked on them. I worked on them in a body shop, and they're just a pain in the butt to work on, man.
I want a C6 Z06 one day.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the pickup truck. Something you can do something with.
Oh, I can do plenty with a C6 Z06, but
Drive around on the street.
I like speed. So
Yeah, but you're bound to the streets. You get a truck with off, 4x4, you can go anywhere. You got to stop at the pavement.
So I'm sharing my screen if you want to pop that up.
Gabe, if you can.
But is he
He's
still there?
spinning.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
spinning.
He was there.
No, he's back now.
Gabe has control.
Yeah, it's his. Gabe, can you, if you can hear us,
Can you
can
guys hear
you?
me?
Yes,
I'm
Okay.
sharing a screen. Can you pop it up?
Yes. Hold on.
We're holding. To what?
I don't know.
You want me to hold what exactly? Okay, I got it. I'm holding it.
What are you holding?
Return and
I
blue,
don't
whatever it
know
is.
if I would want to hold that.
So here's a Bronco. Like there's a cage under here. It's like an exo cage of the Traxxas, the big car, the big guy from them. Anyways, the Summit, but it's actually inside. So there's a whole frame inside of this. It's very nice. I didn't take any pictures of it, but it's in my video. But just the details here in the lights at the back, the way they're made here, they're all molded. This is a real handle. It's not painted on. The mirrors are very nice and nice and sturdy. And when you put the body on, everything fits here in the groove, no problem. So it's very nicely made. The bumper is very nice and strong. So
Yeah.
That's
here's
just a fake. That was a fake winch, right?
yes, this is a fake winch.
Yeah.
But you can always put a winch inside. There's a lot of room to put
Yeah.
a winch inside and actually make it come out here. So you don't have to wreck the look of this. So you can actually put a winch inside where the hood is and make it come out here.
And you would still get your scale points.
Yes. Because you got a working winch, yes. So here's this is a 1/10 LaFerrari from Tamiya TT02. This one is much bigger. This is a RS4, HPI RS4. Unicorn. This is the Corvette, and this is the Red Cat 64. The Red Cat 64 is a big car. Like when I put it, it's almost the same wheelbase as this guy. But this is way bigger than this. This is about a good inch and a half longer than this car, these two cars.
Cool.
So here you can see the length.
Yeah, I was at the hobby shop today and I seen the Corvette, and it looks bigger there in that picture.
It is a pretty nice big little car. So it's the details on that also is just amazing. Traxxas, like with this car and the other one, especially with the mounting kit that they have now with no body mount, it just makes it look so sexy. It just makes it very nice.
Take it easy, Sean.
See you later, Sean.
See you later, Sean.
Later, Sean. We'll see you.
Later.
Cool. And I got to get ready for some other stuff for tomorrow also. So I'll let you guys go. I wanted to drop in here, make sure to tell everybody to give a thumbs up. And take it easy, guys.
Good to see you.
See you later.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it, my friend.
See you later.
We'll see you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Okay. I don't know.
JMH, I worked on
Actually,
a lot
there's
of. Go ahead, Basher.
Yeah, I was just gonna say briefly that there's a thunderstorm just passing by. I think that's probably why.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying, Keith?
Oh, I worked on a lot of Corvettes when I was working in a body shop, and they're just pain in the neck to work on. So that's why I don't like them. Sanding that fiberglass and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, AC Froggies, AC and more. Hopefully that fixed it. I reset my router, so hopefully that worked.
I hear you good. No problems on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no problems here.
Great. Okay. Man, I lost control there for a bit. I asked Tank the same question twice, and
right when
and
we were
went
talking
mute.
about beavers, man.
Yeah. No, I did hear it through YouTube, so yeah.
Yeah. But
Did you see my scorpion, Basher boy? You must get some of that
Yes, I
down
did.
there, don't you? You got some? We've
Oh,
had
yeah,
like
plenty.
6 in the house this year, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have lizards, we have scorpions,
You
and
get them in your
out there where I
house?
bash. Not that I am aware of, no.
Yeah.
But if I do, well, they're getting the old shoe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they get you first.
right?
They're worse than bees, man. I never got stung by a bee on 2:00 at night on my foot.
We have them here in
Boy.
Florida. You just don't see them often.
Yeah.
I know my dad, when I was a kid, because there was a time we didn't have a dryer, so my mom hung clothes out on the wooden fence. And my dad went to put on a pair of jeans one morning and it got stung on his ass.
Oh,
Oh,
boy. Ouch.
fun.
Yeah.
You got them good old fire ants too, don't you, JMH?
Yeah, we do. Green frog.
And yeah, man. Yeah. That's exactly right. I'm a poet and I don't even know it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, so today's topic was RC kits and just, talking about, kits in general, what tools do you use, the manuals for the kits themselves. I was going to ask you guys, so how do you guys feel when you actually build something and you build it together, everything, and all of a sudden you see that you're actually having, some screws left over? Do you lose your mind? Do you go and grab a beer? Do you count to 10? I mean, what do you do in that situation?
So I've come, and this actually really stems from real cars more, but it sort of has transitioned over into RCs for me because I've worked on real cars a good part of my life for fun. And I've come to accept if I don't have bolts left over when I'm done, I did not do something right. Like I've just come to accept that I should have bolts. Every time that I have bolts left over, things go well. When I don't have bolts left over, something goes wrong. And that's been my experience. I've just come to accept it.
You're serious?
Yeah, dead serious.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
So that's the other way around, huh?
Yeah.
So what about you, Chris? What do you do when you have, screws left over and the kit's already built? Do you lose your mind?
Well,
Do you grab beers? What? Let us
no,
know.
I don't really lose my mind on it. When if I'm building a kit, and usually sometimes you might have a few more screws with your kit that just got put in there accidentally, so then I can throw you off. Usually when I do a kit, I count all the screws out. Just go through the manual, see what how many screws I need for this, that, whatever, so that way I'll know if I'm sure or not. But if I'm repairing one of my vehicles, if I do happen to have a leftover screw, I'm like, oh, okay, where's this one go? I was like, evidently I might have mixed it up, or I just didn't put it in there. And I don't really freak out and throw it across the room, which I have done that before.
Right.
And
So I have something to show you guys. Sorry,
Bachelor
Keith,
Boy.
let me show you
Yeah.
something
Okay.
really quick here. So I do
Yeah.
have a magnet tray. This is
Yeah.
all from kits, parts, upgrading, everything. It's all right here. And as you can see, look, it even's in the bottom.
Yeah, you got a lot of.
But
Yeah, you did it kind
But
of
this-
organized there, buddy.
Yeah.
I know, right? But
Yeah.
this is all, RC screw related, So there it is.
I have
So
something
we're gonna
similar.
say, Keith,
Oh, I think it's kind of a conspiracy with the manufacturers that send the kits. They put more in there just to screw with the Americans' brains.
That's
you're
probably
serious? You
so.
think so?
Yeah.
or that kit was put together on a Friday, and somebody just wanted to hurry up and get out of the
More in there.
factory.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm usually losing screws that way.
And what were you gonna say, John? Sorry.
I was gonna say I don't have a magnetic tray like that not for my RC stuff anyway, for screws, but I have these compartments of this mobile toolbox that I used to take with RC stuff, and it has compartments in it, and so I have probably just as many extra screws and stuff in it. Now I do have a bucket of bolts for cars that we've collected over the years. My buddy had a 5-gallon bucket at his place, and we had filled that up with extra bolts, and the majority of those came off of Chevy Cavaliers and Sunfires. To be honest, like we could literally pull a bolt out of the bucket and be like, "Oh, this is the lower engine mount rear bolt or whatever." But I have a similar bucket as well for cars.
Wow.
But I think extra screws are cool when you first. I mean, look at all the ones you got. I have to go down to the hobby shop and buy some if I need. I mean, I'm just starting out. I only got a couple RCs, like I ain't got any extra ones. I have to go to a hobby shop and get the bolts and screws and stuff. I can't just. So.
How far is the hobby shop from your house?
It's probably 15 minutes.
Oh, mine's an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah. It used to be like 3, but I moved.
Yeah, mine's in a whole different state.
Yeah. Mine's in a whole different town.
Yeah. I live in North Carolina. I have to go down to Myrtle Beach,
Mine
South
is like
Carolina.
8 minutes away.
Yeah.
That's what mine was earlier, but we moved. I had to moved up here. My mom's house.
Well, yeah. We had 2 big hobby shops here at one time, but then they just closed up and everything just went poof. So now I have to either order online or drive down there, and I usually make that a day trip right there.
Yeah.
So I try to make one big order. If I'm going down to hobby shop in Myrtle Beach, I make one big order because it's just pointless to go down there and spend $20, and I'm spending $60 in gas going down there and coming back and all.
The other one we have in it's not downtown Austin, but it's not even close, but it's still, there's so many red lights. It's probably about an hour drive.
Yeah.
You got like 20 red lights on this one road, it's like, oh man.
Yeah, that's how one of our highways is right there. It's crazy.
So AZ Froggy says that I guess this is not enough. And I will admit, it is definitely not a lot. This is just years of this is all spare parts, honestly.
Yeah.
This is
compare how many you got. 60. You should have a lot more screws, Basher Boy. If you like that, yeah. You should have like 4 or 5 of them, man.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all spare parts.
Like sometimes, with the spare parts there, like when I build the kits, they'll come with their, the hardware for it, the screws and all, but I like to upgrade to stainless steel screws to prevent rust and everything. So I got a whole heap of packing of hex screws and nuts and everything because I don't use those. So I got a bunch of those.
What I do with when I upgrade my parts, I use the same bolts that came in the car, or then I got the extra bolts and nuts that from the upgrades, and so I got a few from them.
Yeah, you can use the old ones. I just don't like using the factory bolts and stuff because eventually it starts to rust in there, and you've got issues of rusted out screws and stuff. So by switching to stainless steel, you don't have that issue. So it saves you in the long run.
But then if you use the new ones, but you still got the extra factory stuff. So
just in case if something did break, one of the screws did break, or if I lost one of the screws, hey, I got the stock one to put in there until I can get some more.
That's where most of my stuff is coming from, other than the hobby shop. My extra stuff.
Yeah.
From the upgrades.
Yeah, I prefer the stock black bolts on most of my stuff. Like on real cars, I like to use shiny hardware a lot of times on stuff, but like on my RCs, yeah, I want the black. I want the stuff to blend in.
Yeah, I
Yes,
get
yes,
that.
it will rust. I like you said, some of them, especially if you get them wet and stuff, which I don't try to do too much of, but they can rust. But I like the blend in look, but that's just my preference.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. I mean, I like my stuff to look nice too, and everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can just go stainless steel and just go back and paint the heads black in there.
True, I hadn't thought about doing that. That's a good point.
Yeah, so you can do that.
And gentlemen, so before we end the segment here, one last question. So let's say you're already done with the kit, you're already satisfied, how the vehicle came out. What do you do with the manual? Do you toss it? Do you keep it? Do you store it? What do you do with the manual?
You should always
Question,
keep
right?
them. You should always keep
I agree.
them. Never throw them away.
Never throw them away.
Throw
That's
it
your
away.
part.
Throw them away.
So no, interesting. Look, so we have two guys that says to keep them, and JMHR to throw them away. Now, so John, are you the type of person that likes to just keep them in a PDF file, just download them online and stuff, or you just don't care at all?
I have downloaded one before, but I tend to, and let me say this, I do have a couple of them only because they got stuffed in a drawer or that I never opened them and they've been stuffed in a drawer, but like I don't use the manual. But keep in mind too, I have not built a true kit from scratch where you had to build the transmission and everything. If I was doing a build, I likely probably would use the manual in that instance, I would assume. But once my vehicle is together, like I don't need the manual. If I need to find something, I mean, I'd go to YouTube or Google or whatever. So I don't refer to them.
And see, even if you go, let's say, if you have a Horizon hobby product, in general, right? If you want to download the manual to any device, you can actually just download the PDF file. I know CCXRC, Tony, I know he does that. Personally, I do own every single manual, to man. So yes, if you want to call that an encyclopedia, you're more than welcome to call it. But yeah, I just have a drawer just full of manuals. Okay. And
Yeah.
to me, they're quite handy because not so long ago, I did a video. It was a shorts video. That was a big hype earlier on YouTube. And I ran my Losi 10 SCBE. So I used it, in the run. I actually just hit it head on, and I broke one of the turnbuckles. Okay. So obviously the 10 SCBE and the Tenacity, they may look alike, but the part numbers, they're not so alike. So I compared both manuals, and it's like, holy crap. So the part numbers weren't the same. Yeah.
Mhm.
Holy crap, right? So and again, I can put up the Tenacity manual with the 10 SCBE, and I guess even if you look at the parts, side by side, you can probably say they look the same, but the part number is not the same. So
Yeah.
I went onto eBay, just ordered the part. It was like $4 or $5, and just got it and replaced it, and there it goes. And thanks to the manual,
Yeah, that's what,
So.
My hobby shop calls up. I say, I'm looking for something. And they say, well, what's the part number? Well, I don't know the part number. Well, we can't find it for you. Well, but I keep all my manuals in this. My stepdad, he used to be an old IBMer. And when he passed away, I got this from him. And I got like my extra, I keep my electronic stuff and my manual in here. It's just an old briefcase.
Yeah, I keep all mine right there.
Yeah. He kept everything. He has manuals from like his first microwave oven, and it's like, what? Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
looking through his stuff.
Oh wow. So I guess we're gonna do a brief show and tell. All right. So you guys want to see my
Your
manuals? All
manuals.
right.
Well, you probably got a stack of them.
Let's see.
A file case,
Yeah. Look, they're all here.
fireproof.
They're all here. Look. Everything. Every single
Yeah.
one of them. They're all in there.
That's
They're
like
good to have.
So.
when I first was
With
going
your-
out with my wife. She I went to her sister's house, and I'm like, man, I need a drink of water. And I opened up the refrigerator door, and that's where they kept all their mail. They had 2 refrigerators. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Refrigerated mail.
Yeah, that's where they kept all the mail in one refrigerator.
Oh wow.
I have found
That's
one
crazy.
good use for for manuals, and that is ripping a piece of paper out to check my gear mesh.
There you go.
One good use that I found for one.
I thought you
Yeah.
were. I thought you were going to see COVID. Running out of the. TP.
No, didn't have that problem. I ordered toilet paper on Amazon with no issues.
So, alrighty, gentlemen. So we are past the 2-hour mark. We're actually at 2 hours, 5 minutes, actually 6 minutes now. So if I can say briefly, I am so sorry that I haven't been active, for all this time. You guys are probably wondering where was I? What have I been doing? Plain and simple, I've just been busy with life, man. I just been super busy at work. Just responsibility after responsibility, and stuff like that. I haven't RC in a while, and actually, I will say this with the bottom of my heart. I really did miss you guys, so I just decided, to just go on live today and just, shoot the breeze and just talk RC, man. Also, on that note, Saturday night RC Live, if you saw that the title was changed, JMHRC and myself, we decided, to change the name up a bit so we can make it a more universal live talk, live chat. Since JMHRC, also takes over when I'm not around and vice versa. Of course, JMHRC is here, to keep the show going. Okay. So whenever I don't go live, JMHRC, this guy right here, blue glasses. That's the guy that actually takes over whenever I'm not here, and vice versa again. So yeah, I really did enjoy, spending some time with you guys. There are some videos coming soon. One of them is my 1.9 Axial Wraith, which I still have been working on. Actually, I did put Capra shocks on that rig, and I gotta say, man, I'm very impressed how well it articulates more. But then again, it's a vehicle that I'm still working on and stuff, but I just haven't had the time to actually complete it. I'm still, putting LED lights on there and stuff. But yeah, so expect a video from that pretty soon. You will actually just see it, crawling, and then maybe just on another segment that we do here live. I'll probably just host it for tonight, and we'll just talk about it. So yeah, I'll say also, have a great weekend. Here in West Texas, here in Texas especially, I know AC Froggies are seeing more. He's actually in Arizona, which is a lot harder than Texas. All I can tell you guys is stay hydrated. Don't stay in the sun that much, and just take care of yourself. Just event heat strokes and stuff like that. Try to avoid all that. So yeah, have a great evening. And so yeah, if you want to, Chris, if you want to say something, go ahead. Before we end the show.
What? You put me on spotlight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, there we go. All right, well, appreciate you having me, man. I enjoyed tonight. I was kind of bored out of my mind, didn't know what to do, and then I saw your thing pop up there, and I was like, oh, well, okay, let me go and chat here. I hadn't done it in a while, so appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get back into the videos. I've been missing out on the channel for the last month and a half, but told you with that whole issue ball, what happened with that. But I appreciate tonight, man. I thank you for hosting.
No, hey man, you're welcome. And again, we're here every Saturday evening. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time. If you don't see anything from my behalf in my channel, JMHRC also hosts, in case if I don't make it, and vice versa. So
Okay, cool.
That we will definitely have a show on a Saturday. It will happen, unless if me and John, we're totally busy, then we need to find a third string or something. I don't know. But so far, we can, right now, yeah, we're keeping the show going. So, and yeah, man, you're more than welcome. You're free to come in whenever you want. Okay.
Oh yeah, man.
Keith, you have anything to say before we end?
Yeah, I want to say, you guys. What? I enjoy Saturday nights, man. I look forward to it. I missed last Saturday night. I know how life is going, man. Just life. And you hosters, you're awesome. Both of you guys are awesome. So
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much for letting me talk, and that's about it.
Yeah, man. And
stay safe and stay hydrated.
You got it, man. And this is basically a good, pastime for sure. And I'm sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I'm having some horrible lag. Sorry.
Are you all good?
Oh yeah, me too, Chris. If you're messing you up.
So I don't know if you wanted to say something, Chris.
No, I already said.
I'm good. Okay, sorry, man. And lastly,
go hunt some beavers, bro.
Yeah.
And lastly, JMHRC, my friend, do you have anything to say?
Just want to say thanks for everybody for joining. Thanks everybody in the chat. As always, it was a good chat. Some good stuff going on. Thanks for Chris for getting on. Thanks KB for getting on. Thanks for hosting tonight, Gabe. Had a good time.
You're welcome.
And we'll be back next Saturday with Let's Talk RC.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Also, if you have a topic that you would like, to discuss, or you want us to discuss, let us know. I also do post in my community tab. Maybe we'll have a free talk or whatever. If you have anything that you would like us to discuss, hey, shoot me a message. Also, if you want to email me, my email is actually in my About tab on my YouTube channel. Or also, if you just want to just send me a comment, post a comment on one video in regards to the show every Saturday night. However you want to, get a hold of me, you can. So let us know what you guys want to hear. And of course, we do the show for you guys. So we'll leave it at that, and have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next Saturday. And also, gentlemen here on the panel, we still stay on for a little bit, so you don't have to end the stream here, just for you. Alrighty. So, all right, gentlemen, we'll see you on the next one.
Good evening, everyone.
All right.
But let's see here, and we are off live.